What's up, family? Here we back again, another great episode here at the Average Joe 95 podcast. Whenever this is catching your sight, make sure you tune in. You like, you comment, subscribe, share, do all that and above. Here, really recently, just pondering on this idea and just thinking of something, and talking with Tay about it. And if you haven't ever been, this is a sidebar, but if you haven't ever been, make sure you go out and, of course, check out the local Comic-Cons if you can. Definitely some fun for you and the family. But as I was with my family and today pondering on decisions. Yeah. We gonna talk about decisions. Shut up. Yes, we are. Now, what I mean by that, I kind of want to take a look back, let's just say 10 years, and would you make, this is as far as you as a child, if you could go back to your teenage self and give yourself tips or tricks or hints or just help you improve your adulthood, what would those things would be? Before you answer that though, if you say you wouldn't do nothing because you ain't got no regrets, you a hell of a person. And let me take my hat off to you figuratively and not for real. So I know I would love to say I ain't got no regrets, but I'll be lying. If what you could go back and tell yourself, give yourself some tips, some hints on how to improve your adulthood and you as basically speed up your progression as a man, what would you go back and tell yourself?
At what age?
Sure. I'm gonna say the age of every, especially every young black male, 13. About 13, your nuts just dropping. Your voice, if you're not me, probably getting a little deeper. Again, if you're not me, you probably got a little taco meat growing. I ain't had none of that. But that's a prominent age of any young man's life, but especially a black man, because
I was in 8th grade.
You already considered a grown man by then.
All right. Well, I mean, at 13, I would probably. I don't know. I was thinking more. I'm trying to think of something I would listen to at 13.
That's a good one right there. That's it right there. Shoot, the listen.
But I ain't gonna listen. That ain't. I'll probably tell myself something like, at that age, I'll probably be like, take sports more serious or something like that.
That's
take school more serious, take sports more serious.
That's true. I can get that.
That's because that's something simple and something I would listen to.
At that
like,
age.
all right, pretty much to be like, hey man, if you're good enough, you can make a lot of money or go to college. That's something that's gonna catch my attention and be like, all right, yeah, a lot of money. Because at 13, that's not. I was just playing sports outside, so just for I was playing rec league.
No.
Yeah, I was playing rec and stuff like that, but it was more so just for fun. So I, tell myself at that age I'll be like more serious.
Be more.
Probably around 15. 15, I'd probably tell myself to be like, start looking for something you want to do if sports don't work out.
Backup plan.
Yeah, and then probably around 18, I just ruined the whole goddamn format. I just went through all 3 of my shit.
What's your 18 one then?
18, I'll probably push myself more into like a trade. Like find a trade, like find one.
Like what you do now, well then. Yeah. So you could have been accelerated by the time you.
Yeah, by the time now
you're already popping with the money.
Yeah. I've been doing it. What?
Shoot,
4, 5, 6, 7 years experience.
And they gotta come with the money. They ain't coming with the little bit of money.
I'm pretty good at sports now, so I might be making that bit money. Even if it's just overseas, it's still more than fucking
working a job. A 9 to 5.
What a beginning welder would make. Now, overseas, the more time you get in the world, then you probably make more. Overseas don't get paid much, but hey, it's a chance I could have made it to the big league, making that big chicken. But I tell myself some stuff simple like that, because I wouldn't say I am one of those people that say they don't have regrets, but I do feel like you do like shit happen for a reason. Like,
that's true. I feel like stuff happens for a reason.
Yeah,
but
so
the reason why I said that also, because I feel like I waver. Like sometimes, like if I'm on a hiatus, I be like, fuck that, nah, everything was meant to happen the way it happened. I be like, nah, I don't got no regrets. Then when I'm on the low, I be like, God,
I be like, yeah, I wouldn't be as complacent though. Like I would take more risks. Yeah, like, cause I'm a real conservative person where it's like, oh, if it ain't no guaranteed benefit, then I'm not doing it.
Out there.
Yeah, cause it's like I'm gonna wind up worse off than where I am at now if I take the risk. So, but at the same time, you ain't gonna make no big leaps.
Ain't gonna be no reward without no risk.
But at the same time, I'm not trying to be worse off than what I am now because I didn't, like, that's what some people don't understand, where they be like, you gotta, take a
Put
risk.
yourself out there,
like,
so
man,
that way you can get where you want to go. Or,
like, you do know, and this ain't for a fact, but if you talk to some homeless people, they took that risk and look where they at.
They took that risk and hit that pipe.
Yeah. Well, they took the fall first, and then it can't get no worse. But I'd rather be stuck on this and make a little than time to be greedy, make that risk, and now you down here because it didn't work out, and I'm still here.
Time out, what? He hit you with the time to.
Because I feel like that's what it most of the time stem from. Like,
agreed.
Yeah, like now referring back to past episodes, please go view our past episodes. Cheap plug. Are we being pimped and stuff like that, and the livable wage, all that stuff is true. We are being pimped. We not being paid enough.
Agreed.
But at the same time, it's like,
would I rather have something steady?
If you put in a certain amount of work or you learn the skill, I'm not gonna say enough money is there, but the money is there. Like, you just gotta choose your lifestyle. Like, most people trying to live. That's a fourth thing I would tell myself. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. Like, when I graduated, first got my job, I bought like hella Jordans. Mind you, I wanted them. I was gonna get them regardless. But at the time, I should have been, saving my money. Those shoes, I can buy them online.
So it kind of not even kind of carry out what you're talking about, because I recently had a conversation with my wife about that. But like, and this is just me being real and transparent with y'all. She was like, baby, I love you, but when you working, it ain't it no more. And I'm just like, you're right, but I'm trying to find what my next place is.
Why leave the?
She don't want me to necessarily leave without another situation set up, but it's just still like, I'm dominant here. Like and that's on me too. I gotta be not too. I have, just like you mentioned, I gotta take risks. So I am coming to take risks.
What maybe she don't mean what you doing isn't it, but maybe the place. Maybe you should try to go for instead of being number one in the department. Yeah. Remember what we was talking about? Try to go somewhere else and be the head of that department, and then work your way.
That's what she like. She was like, we gotta find somewhere because this ain't working, and I don't disagree with her. So, hopefully in the next coming episodes, I announce that I got a new job, y'all.
Hopefully y'all help us make this a job, so we can save and preserve our bodies.
But what I would say, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna kind of do the same process you did. I like the way you formatted it. 13, I would tell myself to slow the fuck down.
That's another one.
I think for me, and again, we both come from single parent homes, but at 13, as a young black man in America, I was already damn near a man.
Yeah, I was feeling myself.
It won't even feeling myself. I was a man.
But that's why I was feeling myself though.
I had adult duties.
That's why I was feeling myself.
Paying my mama a water bill. Now I won't, give her as much money for her to go with it, but I would scrape a little money and some got cut off. This and that, the third. I'm gonna make something shake. Even if it's $20, $30, I was helping her out. But at that point, I felt like I was a man at that point. But I would tell myself to slow down and. It's not necessarily, smell the roses. Just enjoy my moments being a child, because I feel like a lot of my shit got rushed. Not from me, not from my mom, just my environment. I ain't had time. I ain't had time to be goddamn out here without no hustle. We ain't bringing no money in. Going out with a lawnmower, and I had a business.
Shoveling snow, cutting grass.
I ain't had
you
time.
Need this move. We clean your gutters.
It was really, if I didn't go out here and hustle and make something shake, I might not be eating or something might not be right. But my mom did, her best. But I would definitely tell myself to slow down and make sure I'm enjoying my childhood. Because now as a grown man, I did enjoy my childhood. My mom did a fantastic job to the best of her ability. But I feel like as I'm giving a better life to my children, I'm like, dang, I wish I could have took, I wish we could have went out of the country. I would, certain things like that. So
I would see another thing. I would tell my younger self is like spend more time with my family.
That's true too.
Because I was sort of the outcast.
Out.
In my family, it was woman, girl. So it was like. All the stuff they talking about, I'm not interested in. All the stuff I'm interested in, they don't watch, play, or talk about. So it was like, I would go on vacations with them, but I would try to bring a friend with me. Like Timer would come on Mustang Jones, or I just wouldn't like. All right, I'll just stay home and have a crib to myself, do all kind of wild shit. But it would be a separation because the older I got. Because the older I got, it became, well, I'm trying to go be with y'all, because we more alike. We gonna talk about the same shit.
Correct.
We trying to get girls,
instantly.
We doing all that stuff. Whereas if I'm with my family, now I love my family. Don't get me wrong, but if I'm with my family,
it's all women.
It's
like it's
like
all
what,
estrogen.
Yeah, I don't have like I love them. I can be around them. Like I go, but it's like. To a certain extent, what am I getting out of it? Like,
what we talking about?
Yeah, like when they go out, they trying to, and I'm trying to get, it's like it's a disconnect.
We ain't, but that's
so like, but the older I got, and this is like around 25, 26, and now it became I'm gonna spend the time with them.
Because time getting short.
Yeah.
My folks,
But when I was younger, bro, they went to Georgia. I missed it. They went on plenty of places.
So we went out of state, but now as what I was talking about, I wish I know my mom couldn't do it all the time or do it, but that's something I would have wanted. For us to go out of country, because I'm about to take my kids out of country for the first time they ever been out of country. So
I've been out the country. I don't think nobody in my family.
And I'm grateful because that just lets me know, shoot, mama, I was able to stand on the shoulders of my mom. Now my kids gonna be able to stand on the shoulders of me to keep elevating how we
talking to my dad, bro. I done accomplished a lot at 20. My dad ain't. He said he ain't been nowhere.
Damn.
40. Well, how old is he? I think he's 20 years older than me, so 47 of us. Nowhere, dog. He ain't play. He played rec league football, but he won't really into sports. None of that shit.
But
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be my first one.
13.
Now 15 is gonna be a 2-part. The first half of it's gonna be stop going to school, eating breakfast, and leaving. So I used to go to school, eat breakfast, and I'll dip. tables with me. So we go home, play Dragon Ball Z, take out your
Mortal Kombat, all that.
Number 3,
Call of Duty, all that.
But and every time
read the mangas on that well. Yes. I need. Didn't that chapter come out today? Yeah, but this school is not important.
We zoned out. But the reason why I say that, although I had fun doing those things, I would say I would be further.
It built independency too, though, because it was like, shit, don't get caught by the police because my mom getting in trouble. Don't get caught by my mom because then I'm getting in trouble. And then it was like, now I can't ask nobody for no money, so I gotta make what's in the crib or have some money to eat.
Gotta make some shit.
You know, I was walking.
Not shake on the corner, y'all.
Yeah, no, I ain't never did no stupid shit like that.
But
well, not stupid because you gotta make money somehow, but that's not the way. That ain't the way.
You gotta do
if you gonna sell it though.
Go ahead.
Sell it outside of your community.
That'll be my first time. Like stop going to school, eating breakfast, and leaving. I would say take it a little bit more serious. Yeah, now, I was always gifted in school. Like I could just go
not to interrupt. That's why when I was 13, I would tell myself take sport because you can't play sports without the grades. So that's because
I was really always see go to the trials and I'm like, oh, you gotta keep this?
Yeah,
I say, God.
That's why I ain't play for real. That's why I ain't play for real in high school.
You know,
I ain't had a grade.
You know I don't be here all the time.
My talent is worth more than these grades. Y'all need my talent, not these smarts. I ain't gonna be doing equations and shit on the court. I'll be using these legs. But no, that's why I was more so thinking of trying to get ways where my younger self.
I say that for me because I did have the talent for the grades because I would literally not go.
Yeah, I was smart.
A while
and still
go back
pass.
and take the test and pass it.
I ain't repeat no grades.
God. But
no grades. Period.
I wasn't just. I was a chronic. I won't as bad as Juice, but I was like a couple steps under there because Juice used to be going out of class every day.
I think we was just as bad. As
no.
It was just.
I'm right here.
It was just. Dang, that's gonna sound kind of bad though. No, but it was just.
I feel like
we were better test because Juice is a smart dude too. It's just we were just better test takers. Like we could miss the school and go and take the test and pass.
I love you. Ain't no disrespect.
Yeah,
and you was going out of class every day. Yeah. But I think that would be my first.
We went to important classes. We should say
English.
We knew when to
Science,
decide.
I was like. Miss Good, I think that's her name.
No, Miss.
She was a short, fine one, so I was like, oh yeah.
No, Miss Conner.
Yeah,
she was fine.
But that would be my first portion of it. It would be to go to class, stop leaving for breakfast, and then my second portion of it would be plan kind of what to the lines that you mentioned. Plan now, not necessarily. Not only because I had a plan, but I've outgrown that plan. It's time for me to level up and plan again. But make several plans now. Because I got the time and the space and the opportunity where I'm not having a whole household on my neck and on my shoulders and got to ride with it. Make all the plans you need now so that way you
not to interrupt. But well, I am interrupting. Not having a plan, I don't want to say was a good thing. But it was easier to make a plan without having previous plans because I'm trying to either stick to those plans or improve on those plans. Each plan was a new plan. So like when I was growing up, bro, to be honest, and this might sound a little morbid, but I didn't think I was gonna be. Not that I didn't think I would be, but I wasn't thinking about. When I was 13, I wasn't thinking about 15. When I was 15, I wasn't thinking about 18. When I was 18, I won't think about 21.
When we grew up at,
I didn't
die every day. That's why I forget that.
Not even because I won't in that life. Now I knew it was a possibility. No, that was a possibility, but I wasn't in that lifestyle. It was more so. It was close. It was more so trying to get away at parties and shit like that for me. But
a bunch of out there too.
I wasn't in that lifestyle, so I won't. It was more so that shit I was just in the present. Yeah. Like that wasn't a forethought like, hey, one day you gonna be 15, what you gonna do? One day you gonna be 18. It was more so what we doing today, what we doing in the next hour, what we doing tomorrow, type shit.
I planned when I was younger.
I had
like
no
I mentioned,
plans.
I've outgrown
No
that plan
plans.
as a grown man, and now I need to like restructure my plan, make a new one to take me from now until I retire, and of course taking care of my kids.
Each plan I make is a new plan.
Because I have to think of it like that.
Wait, something I took from comic books, and this gonna go that we can talk about. I got the next one. Something I got from comic books. This was I forget the one. I'll look it up next time. But it was Reed Richards talking to his daughter. And he was talking about plans, like how your plans should never be solid. Like
it can't be like make sure it's
because a plan can change at any time. So any plan I have, it's not like. Ever since I read, I didn't read it, but I listened to it on YouTube. Ever since I listened to that comic book, I've made no singular solid plan where I gotta stick to it.
Plans.
Each plan, all right, well, if this don't go, then
I'm gonna do this. If this happens, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, whereas it's not just a linear, all right, I'm gonna do boom, 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 boom. Because if that shit don't work, now you gotta start all over. Whereas, all right, the plan I have now, I'm gonna work at my job for probably the next 3 years.
Okay.
Get my experience, all that, finesse my resume, all that. Allegedly. And then the old head at my job was telling me like to apply for the MSc, emergency.
Yeah,
but
because then you already got the credentials of doing the job before.
He hit me with some game. He was like, "Cause I'm starting to welding. If I work there for the next 3 years until I'm 30, I can put on my resume I was a welder that whole time." You get what I'm saying?
Allegedly, y'all.
You get what I'm saying? So when I apply, they can be like, "Okay,
oh, you got all this experience.
I can enter at a higher level."
Okay. Yeah, that's how it works.
Not to mention I'm getting paid to learn. Like
as well.
I didn't have to own it, so and it's just branches. If that don't work,
that makes sense.
You get what I'm saying?
And this is for y'all too. Y'all sit back and reflect and let us know in the comments, goddamn, what you would think, and what you think you would tell your younger self to help you, of course, be a better adult or be further in your adulthood than you are currently. My last one for 18, we already kind of really touched on it really, will be to take more risks. I'm telling myself right now that because I'm more of a person, as you mentioned, I'm not, once I get fixated on something, I'm going to complete it. Like I've always been, I've always been somebody that once I'm in it, I'm going to do it. I always have had consistency. I'm a consistent person. Like if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. But I would say, shoot, even with this, we was talking about this for doing a podcast for like a year, 2 years. We was planning it for a minute, but
I say even sooner.
As soon as we jumped into it, we made it consistent. But I want to definitely take more risks and try to branch this off as big as we can get it.
No, if we would have started this
when we talked about it, but
the thing is,
we gonna get there anyway, regardless. We ain't really get today. We gonna get there.
We ain't really have the experience or the means to actually do it.
Hell yeah.
We need it. I don't think it.
We ain't lived enough, like the old folks say. You ain't lived enough.
Like it would have been chaotic. A whole bunch of arguing. It would have been too.
All of us have been wild.
It would have been too much.
Like I mentioned, y'all, that's what we would have told ourselves. Y'all let us know in the comment section what y'all would have done, what you would do differently or have told yourself in the past. And shoot, all these things that you can implement today. So don't ever think you ever going to be fixated in a time and a space where you can't continue to grow. I don't care if you're 40, 50, 60, 70, you always have room to grow, room to improve as long as you don't stop it in your mind. Go out there and do it and accomplish what you want to do, y'all. But on that note, I do want to discuss this. I do want to shine a light on this since we are talking about adolescence. So, we are Louisiana. Ain't no other way to do it but to just do it. Louisiana, Angola prison, right? we all know if you do a crime, like the old folks tell you, don't do the crime if you can't do the time, right? But now they have, what was it, about 400 juveniles in that facility?
I think they said about 400.
So they basically got 400 juveniles, and I want you to understand what a juvenile is. As somebody between the age, typically it can range
17 and younger.
From 17 younger? Okay.
Because 18 you legally considered an adult.
So sometimes, and I may be wrong, but
depending on
sometimes they can keep you to 21 too.
Yeah, depending on the crime.
They have these juveniles in this prison facility. Now, why they're in a prison facility is beyond me, right? But I definitely.
Well, no, I think they said
because it was remodeling.
Remodeling.
There we go.
So it's only supposed to have been temporary.
Correct, but they extended it to November, right?
Yeah, the renovations.
Yeah, like come on now. So they have these kids here in this prison.
Well, hold on. So in the material that we watched, supposedly the renovations were supposed to have been done. What they say, spring 2023.
Correct.
Here it is, summer 2023, and they done pushed it back to November. So something been shaky. Like, why we just finding out in the summer that it's been pushed back when it's supposed to have been done
in
the spring?
All of this that we're saying would have been perfectly fine if they were under normal, regular conditions, but the AC ain't working. How you got them kids down there in that prison and the AC ain't working? Come on now.
The AC in prison facilities been a problem for a minute. Yeah.
And we just want to, of course, definitely put the spotlight on this particular prison for housing all these children with no AC, right? They said the peaks where they have had 100 degree days, but the peak's been at 133 degree temperatures. That's wow. I'm not, and then they've been
no windows. They got them in solitary.
Yeah, you're not gonna. Come on, y'all. We gotta do better than this. We ain't no animals. Although they have done a crime, I understand and I get it. But let's keep it civil. Let's keep it humane. Get these people in the right facility they need to be in, or improve the facility they are in currently. Because if you did a crime and you had to go, would you want to be there? Now I'm gonna say no for me. I ain't gonna do the crime first off. Well, I ain't gonna do it. But see, if I did,
see, my thoughts on that is kind of shaky because it's like, yeah, you know what you should do or should not do to avoid going there. Yet, what we was just talking about, taking them risks. You took that risk, or now for people that committed no crimes, but I believe they should be out and paid for their time served. But
they do get paid.
If you do a crime and your ass get caught and you get sent to jail, that's just it. You knew it came with it. Now, should it be humane? Yes, but at the same time, depending on the crime, if you took somebody's life, you know, you get what you get. You know, you don't get. I don't want to say luxury, but you don't get humane treatment if you did something so inhumane as taking somebody's life. But like simple like robberies.
No.
You know, they should be in a humane, but also
now.
You did the crime.
What I would say though, but the kind of caveat on what you're talking about,
I think they should do more research though, like how much money was this person making? Was they home? And then figure out like, okay, so you stole some food. You don't need to be in jail. You need to be put in a program.
They do. They got programs like that to an extent.
I was gonna say most of the people they just lock them people up sometimes.
A lot of times they do.
But I think it depends on the crime. Like you get what I'm saying?
And that's why sometimes they do have tiers of like if it's gonna be a maximum facility or it's not. But it's still, some things can get blurred between the lines.
Damn, I just burped right into the mic. That was stupid.
You good. Now, what I would say, of course, here as well, far as this situation with the kids, we need, and I feel like prisons all around America need to do a better job with this. We gotta, if they're sent here to be rehabilitated, meaning to be basically corrected, and then of course once that correction has completed to be sent back out, we need to equip them with the right tools. Because if I have you in a jail or a prison cell for all these years, no heat, no AC, or something is wrong, and I put you back out, we not giving you any type of skills or anything to do or to help you be a better person, you're gonna do the same thing.
You're coming right back.
I mean, what we talking about? So I also want to put that out there, but we really just wanted to share a light on this situation because I feel like I know a lot of them that's down there look like me, so I ain't gonna sugarcoat that. And I'm for my people all day, every day. But y'all make sure if you don't know what you can do, write your goddamn own local official. Of course, continue to push it out on social media. Continue to goddamn do your own coverage on it because we want to make sure our people down there doing and are in the best conditions as human possible, even though they are, of course, and have done crimes. Because just because you've done a crime don't mean that you are forever criminal. You can be redeemed, but you definitely got to change your mindset and change your heart. I do believe
most crimes circumstantial too.
Yeah,
you're in a circumstance, and
now
you know.
We're gonna close this now. I know I ain't doing it in the beginning, but y'all, we family. I ain't gotta goddamn have a script protocol. I'm King Tons, and of course, you know I got my co-host Deontay with me here, or Tay. Y'all come, make sure you again like, comment, subscribe, share, all that. We are on all the
subscribing is free. It costs nothing. Just
click that button.
Hit subscribe.
Even if you don't watch any of the videos, just subscribe. We appreciate it.
Watch. Look, when you about to go to sleep, you know,
just play.
Hit play. Make your phone or your iPad or whatever go to when the screen not touch it. Go to sleep after a minute, 2 minutes. Put the video on.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
And with that, we out. Peace and love.
Alright, I got to get something to drink.